All right. So for those that don't know me, my name is Joshua Simpson. I also go by my artist name 5D. That's the number 5, IVEDEE. Okay? And I have decided that I'm going to take my company and lead us into the next stage of evolution. We, as a collective, humanity is going through a 5D ascension, okay? We are closing the gap from 3D to 5D. Currently, there are still a lot of 3D mindsets and a lot of 3D energies that are closing their own windows. But for the rest of the collective, there's a good percentage of you guys that are actually truly awake. And being that you guys are awake, you are going through a lot of changes, a lot of symptoms, a lot of health problems. These health problems are definitely associated with the spiritual ascension. Some of the things that you guys are taking into your bodies are no longer working for you. They are showing you that you need to change these, okay? So you have a spiritual awakening happening in your life. I am walking across the United States to make sure people know what is truly going on with them. There are a lot of other people, I won't name names, that do not want to see you guys wake up from this matrix. I am here to make sure that you do. I am here to make sure that you ascend and feel that 5D energy and mindset, that growth mindset, that feeling of purpose, that feeling of place, that feeling of love. Here on the 5D, and yes, I have ascended. I have been living in the 5D, accepting those challenges, growing, evolving, and becoming who I am today. I have already put in 140 miles. I am walking from LA all across the United States. I'm not just walking coast to coast. I'm walking all across the United States. My message is to be delivered so that you guys can incorporate and embrace your spirit. Your spirit and you must become symbiotic, okay? You guys must unite together. You must agree to disagree. You must allow this spirit to take control of your life. You must not run from your shadows anymore. You must confront them. While confronting these shadows, these negative reflections of yourself, they're going to cause a lot of pain in your heart. This pain is meant to teach you a lesson about how you treat others in your day-to-day life. We do not treat animals negatively. We do not treat trees and plants negatively. Everything here has a life force. Energetically speaking, it all is alive. We are all connecting to it. Gaia, planet Earth, is our mother. She gave birth to everything you see on this planet. She was dying. Hence the reason why Earth's ascension became so necessary in aiding her. We were killing her. A lot of things are happening on this planet, as in the book of Revelations. It is absolutely true. The thing is that these things were predicted long ago, because we have been guided our entire lives. We had to go through the darkness, through the trauma, through the enslavement, through the power struggles, through the butcherings and the murderings, through the countless billions and trillions of lives that have been consistently lost on this planet. We had to go through it to understand and see that we no longer want these dark energies interrupting our lives. We don't want to lose any more brothers and sisters to negligence. We don't want to see our families and our friends die to senseless wars, to die of senseless battles on the streets, getting robbed and stabbed and shot and killed for nothing. People are starting to wake up to these truths, understanding that these dark, negative, gaudy energies are no longer wanted. I had to wake up to these truths some years ago. I started waking up when I was with my ex-wife, and I started waking up, and it was funny because I was connecting to her on a psychic level. Like I was really at a point in a lot of my evolution because of how much life I actually have lived. While everybody was sitting around doing much of nothing, Josh here, I kept it fucking moving. I kept it moving across the United States. I kept it moving place to place. You know, if I moved someplace and I had to go to the streets, I was fine with it. I could grind off the streets. I knew this. I didn't care. I'm an Aboriginal. Like I'm a native, like my ancestry comes from this. My actual bloodline comes from this. My spirit is something different. My spirit is a very, very high-ranking spiritual deity. And they are aiding in ascension, okay? And there are many of us, you call us light workers, 144. I see 144 almost every day on everything, okay? So I've got about a few hundred pictures of just screenshotting just things that just pop up in my daily life, just letting me know who I am. My spirit chose me because they seen my power and my determination. They knew I was going to be the right vessel to house for such a high-ranking deity. So, am I on my rise to power? Yes. Is it a ego trip? No. I accepted this role and responsibility slowly. It was hard for me to process what was happening in my life. I was so tuned in. I was a crack addict for the better part of 20 years. I got started a long time ago when I got out of Iraq. I hit the streets, started tampering with all kinds of drugs, trying to self-medicate myself after being in a war at 19 years old. I supplemented, and I drank a lot. I was a heavy alcoholic, and started going through these changes where I was really actually seeing the spirit realm in the physical. And it wasn't the good spirit realm, it was the other side. And yeah, okay, I'm thinking I'm just really fucking high, right? No, I am not really fucking high when other people around me are seeing the same monsters. These things were coming to life on my hotel wall, and they had no problem showing other people they were there. That freaked me the fuck out. Okay, I think that was by far one of the biggest triggers of my entire life, because for the longest time, nobody else was seeing what I was seeing. So I thought I was just tweaked out or high on dope. I just always thought it was the drugs. Till I found out other people were seeing what I was seeing, and they were freaked out too. So there, I decided to make the most ultimate change of my life. I had had enough. I could not possibly see myself doing another 20 or 40 more freaking years of this shit ever again. When I made that choice and I stuck to it, this powerful entity finally really started taking over. And we began to shift higher, faster, evolving faster. My mind is evolving at a rate that I can barely keep up with. I can barely put into context or words the divine knowledge that is trolling my skull 24 hours a day. Mind you, my spirit never sleeps. We are tapping into whole other timelines, whole other realms, whole other galaxies. I am working while I am sleeping. Okay? And I remember everything. Okay? Like, I went through some very traumatic events that would just really shake people to the core. I will expose some things I just would rather leave, because I hope that it would give them a chance at a fighting life. So I won't dig that, and I won't dig their grave. I want everybody to have a fighting chance, but yes, on this trip, I will be exposing a lot. I will be exposing a lot of dark truths, the devil's secret tactics, if you want to call it the devil. It's really honestly just negative energy. It's just dark energy. That's all it is. There's nothing really bad about it. It just is. Okay? The knowledge that I'm going to be partaking to you guys is something that I know you guys can grasp in your day-to-day life. I am breaking it down. I am simplifying the spiritual world into things that you can do in your day-to-day life straight off the streets. Some of my traumatic past have kept me on the streets, training me for this very moment. I never understood the reasoning behind it, I just tried to make the best of it at all times. I used to be in some really dark aspects of myself. I will not lie, it was hard for me. I was dipped in and out of chaos and violence my entire life, and not just every once in a while. It was repeatedly. I am an outcast. I am what a lot of people consider the last, okay? So a lot of people like to entitle themselves as last, but no. When you are last and then you treat other people like last, you are not last. See, I never treated anybody like last. I always treated everybody as equals or better, okay? I love people. I do. People have such creative imaginations. I love my dreamers. I love my believers. I love my people that inspire others, okay? I have always been one that held myself to a different standard than everyone else around me. I always took it upon myself that when people outcasted me, I just dealt with it and went and treated myself. I took care of myself. The whole point of all of this story is to enlighten you guys on the true inner depths of your spiritual power that are now waking you guys up. You have no idea what spirit you have in your body, but you'll never know if you don't explore. If you don't go out there, really give it your best shot, live your best life, and really put forth that effort to bond with your spirit. Now, I will be coming back in later videos showing you and explaining to you key steps in your development. I will guide you step by step, repeatedly, because I am unconditional, I am consistent. You will always have me to count on because I am consistent. These videos are only gonna get better. They're only gonna get more wiser. I'm just getting warmed up. And I am quite literally in the middle of nowhere, grinding for you guys. Making sure that I don't really take nothing to myself. I do accept donations, I do accept tips, only to keep me moving forward. It does help. I do have my own money. I do have my own company. I am on Spotify, TikTok, Apple Tunes, iTunes, Pandora, Facebook, Snapchat. You could find me everywhere, okay? I'm doing this to keep you guys moving forward, to show you guys that even from the streets, big things can happen, okay? And I am going to be the company that leads you all to your ascension. I am 144 chosen. My name is 5D, Joshua Simpson. I'm out.